Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a newly shown figure. This time it is from ThreeA, and it is Blitzwing from the Bumblebee movie. So I'm extremely excited about this, I have to say. I'm really into the Bumblebee movie at the moment, and ThreeA is a company that I really enjoy. However, they don't make a lot of the Transformer characters that I want too often. And it's so rare when they actually make one. It feels like forever in between each one that they do. So there's just not a whole lot that I can buy from them, because a lot of times they just do characters or looks that I'm not too into, but they have really outdone themselves here, and I'm very happy to be reporting that they're doing Blitzwing from the Bumblebee movie. Blitzwing, you know, this isn't really a spoiler. I don't know. It tells you a little bit about his character in the movie, but he's barely in the movie. He has one scene. It's a great scene, don't get me wrong, it's a really great scene, but he has one scene. So I never expected them to actually do Blitzwing. To be honest, I didn't expect them to do any of the Decepticons, but if they did do a Decepticon, I figured it would be Dropkick or Shatter. So I'm very surprised to see that they're doing Blitzwing. I think it's very odd that both ThreeA and Prime Studio 1 are doing Blitzwing character, or doing, you know, well, one's doing a figure, one's doing a statue. I just think it's weird. Like, I don't understand why we're getting more Blitzwing merchandise than we are Shatter and Dropkick. But personally, I'm happier about that. I like the design of Blitzwing more than the other two, and although I do like the other two, they're not amazing in my opinion. I like their fights, and they have neat looks. Personality-wise, they're okay. Nothing too special though. But Blitzwing is the one that I actually like the most from all the Decepticons on Earth in the Bumblebee movie. So I am very excited to see them actually making him. This is, again, like, if I really had to choose anything, like, you know, they just said you get to pick the next 3A figure, this would probably be the one that I'd say. So it's very exciting to see that it's actually happening. So let's talk about some just information about the figure. It's going to be about 10.5 inches tall, as opposed to Bumblebee, who is 8 inches tall. So that means he's about 2.5 inches taller than Bumblebee, which is good, but I don't know if it's accurate. There's a shot in the movie that you can probably best tell the scale of Blitzwing and Bumblebee when Blitzwing is holding Bumblebee up, and they do a wide shot so you can really see. And I would say that Blitzwing should be maybe 3.5 inches taller than Bumblebee. I'll have to see. Once we see him in person, we'll get a better look at the figures in person, but just hearing that he's 2.5 inches taller doesn't seem quite tall enough in my opinion. But he's also going to have 51 points of articulation, and he'll have a die-cast skeleton, just like the Bumblebee figure is going to have. So that's quite exciting. As you can see, he will come with an interchangeable blaster arm for his right arm, and you can see him using that there in the film on the top right. So that's very cool. I will be interested to see if he comes with that extra kind of weapon that he uses on his left hand, that, like, is that kind of spear thing that he can, you know, rip stuff out of Bumblebee with. You know, I do hope that he comes with that. I could see that being like the exclusive for this figure. If they are going to do an exclusive, that's probably what I would guess would be the exclusive. But overall, the figure looks quite nice. I will do a little comparison here with him as opposed to the Prime Studio 1 statue, because the design of the figure, although we only have this one image, the design looks quite good. Some of the coloring is a little odd, though, in my opinion, so I'll discuss that in a moment. But overall, I wish that they used a different picture to showcase this figure for the first time. Like, this is not a good angle, you know, it's not a particularly great pose either, so I would have much preferred a better picture for them to show to start off with, because this isn't even like a teaser picture. This is a full picture, but it's not a very good one. So I wish that they did something where he was kind of facing the camera, so that we could really get a good look at him and the head sculpt and everything. But from what I can see, the paint, as far as like the weathering detail, looks quite nice, and the sculpt itself looks great. I do like his left hand. It looks very open and wide. Here, let's get into the comparison between the statue. I've brightened up both of these pictures just so that you can really see the detail a little bit better. But one thing that I'm noticing is that the kind of darker gray that he should have, or like almost silverish, the figure from ThreeA kind of has like a charcoal gray type of coloring instead, and you can see that here in these kind of like booster sections. You can see in the arm, the thighs, the cockpit piece, you know, things like that. Like, it should be more of this like darker it should be like a silver, actually, but unfortunately it kind of comes across as a very dark kind of charcoal gray, which is interesting. So here's like the actual photo that they showed us. It's very dark, and as you can see with the figure here, it doesn't look like it should be that dark. Like, this is broad daylight that this picture is, and you know, it's just kind of like a gray. It's not as dark as this. It's not terrible or anything, but it is something that I did notice that I'm a little iffy about. But overall, I think that the look of the figure is quite nice. And as you can see, the statue from Prime Studio 1 looks amazing, and I love the figure as well. So I want some better pictures of the figure, which we will be getting very soon, because this figure is going to go on pre-order on the 11th, which is just 2 days away. So we will get all the pictures and the price and the release dates all very soon, and I have to say I cannot wait for that. I messed up by not pre-ordering the Bumblebee right away, because if you pre-ordered it by a certain date, you got it like this month, you're gonna get yours, and unfortunately they didn't announce that until like an hour before the cutoff was. So by the time that I saw the announcement, I went to go order it and I had already missed the cutoff. So I still haven't ordered it yet. Don't know which site I'm gonna order it through, but now, especially since they're doing Blitzwing, I'm definitely gonna get Bumblebee to have the two of them together. But unfortunately, I missed that opportunity to get Bumblebee early. So Blitzwing is a day one pre-order for me. On the 11th, I will be pre-ordering him, that's for sure, straight from ThreeA themselves, and hopefully they'll do another kind of deal like that where they're going to release the first batch just within a couple months. That would be awesome. Who knows, but I'm really crossing my fingers for that. That would be amazing. But overall, this looks like a fantastic figure. As far as price is concerned, pricing wise, Bumblebee is $145. This one is obviously 2.5 inches taller, and I don't know if he'll come with more accessories. I mean, really, he's probably not going to come with more accessories, because he'll have the interchangeable cannon arm, and then the only other accessory that he can come with is the interchangeable spear type of hand, and there's really no other accessories that he can come with. So I don't think he's going to come with a whole lot more than Bumblebee or anything. So basically, this one's definitely going to be more expensive. I hope that it's not over $200 though. I could see this being $200. I'd prefer it to be like $180 or something. I think that would be a little more fair. But I could see it being $200. Nonetheless, though, I will definitely be purchasing this. Really, like, it can't get too high where I wouldn't purchase this, I think. I don't know, this is something I'm very excited about, and I'm very happy to see that they're continuing to do Decepticon, or they're finally doing a Decepticon in this kind of deluxe scale line. And I hope they don't stop it here. I would be surprised if they don't, though, because I think that they'll probably just call it a day with Blitzwing and Bumblebee. But I hope these do well enough that they decide to keep on going and do Shatter and Dropkick, or maybe some of the Cybertron characters, or go back and start doing some of the Bayverse ones in this scale. I would love that, to be honest. But yeah, overall, extremely excited about this. I'll definitely make another video once we get all the official images of this figure, as well as some more details as far as price and release date. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.